Hi, welcome back to the Sun City Gallery of Stars interviews. We're talking with Raul, and he was just telling us about his, how old is your father?
101.
101, Raul. I think you are come from a good stature of genes, and that is to your advantage. Since you are 80 years young, you all look just amazing to me.
And what I do is I see the doctor twice a year.
Twice a year?
That's all.
That's all? That's enough. That's enough. A lot of people think that's enough.
I think I made a mistake there. No, every 2 years I see a doctor.
Every 2 years you see a doctor. Not every year?
No, every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
And he doesn't call me. I have to call him.
Oh. Well, you are very lucky in that phone call. You say, Raul, here that you continue to exercise. We talked about you being in the Air Force, and that almost every day you take a walk around the community, but especially Wildflower Lake. Tell us what you like about walking at Wildflower Lake.
Well, I do the walks around the lake here. And I also take my wife, which we've been married 68 years.
Oh, how wonderful, 68 years.
I take her over with the walk. Sometimes I can't catch up with her.
That's wonderful. And you also, though, do cardio exercise.
Yes,
you
I
use
do.
the
Lift
machines.
weights. I do the Stairmasters and the whole.
You do the whole circuit.
The whole circuit, yes.
So you start with the cardio machines, and then you move on.
Move on, and then I do the free weights, which I think I'm the champion of the lifting of the weights.
Oh, you think? How much do you lift then? The free weights?
I think they're 50 pounds each, one on each side.
One on each side, 50 pounds. That's amazing in itself too. That's awesome.
12 to 15 on each arm.
12 to 15 on each arm.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see Raul, he's very, very strong.
Yes,
Well, but no pun intended, that is an amazing feat, and obviously that proves being 80 years old and all of you
It's a record over there.
That
they all stop watching, they come look at me, see, they think that I'm going to get hurt. But no, this old horse don't.
Well, everybody looks amazing, and I'd watch out if anybody called you an old horse, that's for sure. Well, thank you very much for sharing your stories and all of your stories. But I wanted to share a little statistic here. I was looking on the AARP website before our program, and it said the U.S. life expectancy hit a new record, and that record was 75 and a half years for male expectancy and 80 and a half years for female expectancy. So at least the majority of you sitting here have surpassed that life expectancy. And obviously, Joni, I don't expect any different out of you. But did you ever see yourself continuing in the same manner as you are right now? Did you ever see yourself doing that?
I used to be a substitute teacher like Chris, and my kids would say to me, "Where do you go after school?" And I'd say, "I do not let myself get in the front door of my house unless I've done my exercise." And that discipline's going to carry me through the rest of my life, because I would like to break 100 like your dad, Raul. And I don't know if I will. And I also want to have quality of life at that age. And in order to do that, there is no other concept of your mind that should be any other way but to direct your body and your mind forward, to keep that depression down also, the psychological effects of exercise.
Right.
There is just no other way of
You look forward
living.
to going working out. If you don't, you feel bad about it.
Exactly. And you do not go to bed at night unless you've done that exercise. I don't care what time of the day you go. Some people prefer morning, and I know it's a little easier, but if I can't make it because my schedule varies throughout the day, I'm getting my body in there before I go to bed at night.
Joni, I think you would exercise with crutches.
Well, I've broken a leg skiing, and I'm still skiing, so we'll see.
That's awesome. Nick, I have a feeling you always maybe thought you would be skiing till you were 77. Yes or no?
Oh, I never, in my mind, I certainly thought I'd be skiing at this age. In fact, I'm actually, with the advent of the parabolic, the shape ski, and the real modern boots, the equipment, the advance in equipment, I'm skiing better than I did 30, 40 years ago.
He
So
really
you're
is.
saying there's
I'm
still
actually-
hope for me.
I'm improving. I'm not regressing. If it's a
You're
mental
so-
state or a physical
You're-
or whatever, but
Well, I'm
I
glad that
just
there's.
challenge myself. I ski with the younger people too, not.
I think you
older
ski
people.
over the younger people.
He
That would
does.
be me on the
He
floor
does.
when I was skiing. And Margaret, with your walking all over Norway, you continue to walk, you exercise 3 to 5 times a day. You're 85, and you always thought that you would always be doing this.
Definitely. I start early in the morning before I get out of bed.
So you didn't think anything. This is just natural. It's
And
a
my husband
natural.
thought I was crazy. I said, no. I said, I wouldn't be, exercising all my life.
Oh,
And I'm
good.
still doing it. Now, of course, I don't have to worry about that because I'm all about myself. But I love exercising, and it's very healthy, and I meet a lot of people too.
I get from all of you that it just makes you really feel
Yes.
great.
I tell you,
And
We call it
ageless?
a runner's high when we run.
Like that,
Runner's
it's
high.
those endorphins.
And
that-
Cynthia, one other thing, and I don't mean to hog the panel here, but my weight is the same as it was on our wedding day in 1969.
Oh my goodness. My good, and Raul's too. Raul's too.
And I can fit my wedding dress too.
There you go,
And
Margaret.
Margie can still fit in her wedding dress. That is awesome.
I do have
Well,
one advice before, we end this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you go to bed at nighttime, I do the cat sprawl. You-
The cat sprawl.
Yeah, you tighten, in bed,
yes.
you do like a cat does his exercise.
Oh, like when a cat stretches?
Stretches, and you won't get, what do you call, cramps on your legs or in your body.
In closing, you've lived long, healthy lives, but was there ever a time that you thought possibly that you might have to stop? And how did you get through that? Did any of one of you kind of have that experience? Joni, what about you and your knees?
Well, my knees have, in fact, in recent times of skiing, I've actually re-injured them. But because I always knew that swimming would get me through the knee problems and prevent so far surgery, I have continued. And also, my fingers give me some pain, but I would prefer to swim than to take any kind of medicine. And as of now, even though I'm very arthritic, I have movement in the limbs, and I have no use of medicine and very minimal pain.
That's wonderful.
And quality of life is there.
Because we only have a couple minutes here, and maybe only a minute, what would you share with people to get started? Nick,
What would I share with people
to help them get started?
to get them motivated?
Yeah.
Never give up.
Never give up. That's awesome.
Continue working at it.
Continue working.
And start
Chris,
today. Start right away. Get in there.
Yes.
Meet people. Get involved. You'll love it.
And it's never too late to start.
never too
Never.
late.
No, I go square dancing also. That's why I forgot about that once a week.
Oh, that's right, square and round dancing
Yes,
as
yes,
well,
yes.
as well. And Raul, you want to share? Just get up, go do
Yes,
it.
Just go.
You feel good, you feel terrific after you get done. If you don't, you just don't feel right.
Yeah.
And one more thing, Cynthia, the social camaraderie
Yeah.
that comes
Yes.
with all of these
We meet a
phenomenal
lot of nice people,
programs
too, yeah.
is phenomenal.
Yes.
Again, I wanted to thank you all for coming out today and sharing your time. Thank you, Raul. Thank you, Margaret and Chris and Nick and Joni. We also want to introduce and let Rosemary Firmo talk to you about our fitness programs. And she actually was the interviewer for all of these great Sun City Galleria stars. Rosemary?
Yes, we have many great programs here, Cynthia, as you know. Margaret's mentioned dance in the fitness center and the aquatics programs. And We have Sit and Fit for those that are not able to exercise too much. We have mind-body exercise here. We have great dance classes. And like you said, I've had an opportunity to talk to each one of the stars here today. And they're phenomenal because they all have a little bit of nutrition going for them, how food is important, and how cross-training is important, and how they love what they're doing. And I applaud each one of you.
Thank you.
I think that's great. And actually, Rosemary has been coordinating the Sun City Gallery of Stars component since we, as a lifestyle department, created the expo 3 years ago. And we do feel that this sharing of information and an opportunity to learn personal stories, none of this was preempted, or this is their own stories. These are real residents that I'm sure you've seen around the community and you know and love. They're just amazing, and their stories are amazing. This is the first time we're able to bring this to you, to your homes. In the past, they've been at the expo themselves, but we thought that this is a great opportunity to share their stories with more people. So we thank you very much again, all, for joining us today, and it's just an awesome feat. So we hope many of you will join us for the Feeling Great is Ageless Expo. Again, it's Wednesday, May 25th from 10 to 3. Also, we have our fun walk, and there's plenty of time to still sign up. And we're hoping that at least 400 of the residents will be able to come out today for a great time for our opening celebration. Thank you again, and you've been listening to the Sun City Gallery of Stars interview.